Cue the intro. I've recorded and edited this video at least 3 different times. From my computer nuking itself, to losing all of my editing, to me just not being happy with how this was turning out. I started getting caught up in the algorithm and how long the video should be. I realized I got caught up in all the same exact reasons I quit for the first time. But no more. I'm living by this mantra from now on. Mantra? Is it make dope shit. That was what YouTube was all about to me when I first started. And that's all it's gonna be from now on. If I ain't making dope shit, it don't even matter. That is the only thing that matters. With that being said, a million people have already talked about how this game slaps. Because it does. This is actually one of the best games I've ever played. Outside of it being just more Spider-Man, which by the way, the original was my game of the year when it first released, there were a lot of small details that made it feel like it was a Spider-Man for me. Miles Morales is black and Puerto Rican, so it's refreshing to see a story not revolved around the struggles of our people. He moves from Brooklyn to Harlem, which is such an underrepresented part of New York City in tons of media. It's always stories about making it out of the hood, or gang violence, or a broken family. I literally just want goofy Caucasian adventures, but with people of color. Is that too much to ask? I really just want to have a chat with Insomniac Games. I don't know who was doing their research on New York City and Harlem, but I want to kiss you on the mouth. I'm fully vaccinated, it's fine. But there's so many small details that make it feel like these developers have lived with my family for years. There's an unlockable Bodega Cat skin where the cat's name is Spider-Man, and they just chill on your backpack throughout the entire game. There's also Puerto Rican flags scattered around the game through Harlem and its story missions. I feel seen, it's wild. But no, the moment that takes the cake as the best moment for me personally, the apartment scene.
Ay, bendito. Mi hijo. Qué guapo.
Gracias, mami.
I invited a guest tonight. Can you get the apartment ready? Oh, maybe put on some music to set the mood?
Whoever made this, I am 100% sure we're related. Like, we know each other. We're cousins. We go way back. This individual studied every Puerto Rican family in a 10-mile radius. Deserve the fattest bonus. The Spanish dishes on the counter, the Puerto Rican house knickknacks on the walls, the way the toilet has this fluffy cover over it, the small coqui frogs littered around the house. This is it right here. But no, that's just the icing on the cake. Let me tell you about the circuit breaker. Oh my, I don't know why this shit made me laugh so much. Like, if it's a circuit breaker, it's not that funny. So I grew up in the projects my whole life. It's not the nicest place to live, especially with like its electrical wiring. We would have power outages all the time. I'm like streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/SkywardWing, and my grandmother would use the mic. It would happen all the time. But let me tell you, when I saw a circuit breaker in the game, I lost it. And then a few moments later, the power literally went out in the game. I told you, what I fucking told you about the circuit breaker just now. What did I just say about the circuit breaker? What did I just say about the circuit breaker? Are you stalking my life? This instantly became my game of the year because of this. Well, after The Last of Us 2. That is objectively the best game to come out in 2020, obviously. In all seriousness though, I'm not kidding.
Just joshing.
Miles Morales was such a fun experience that I've played through the game 3 times now. And as an adult, you understand how hard it is to have the time to play video games. And this game can be completed within just 6 hours, which is just music to my ears. It's bad when I tell people I'm not really fans of JRPGs because of how long they are. People be asking me with their whole chest, why haven't I played Dragon Quest XI? I'm interested to see what they do with the story next. I'm totally down if they decide to make the next Spider-Man game like a multiplayer title with Miles and Peter Parker. Like one player controls each of them as they explore the city. There could be races, co-op missions, cool handshakes. Yo, imagine the combos? Yeah, I need that. If Insomniac ends up doing that, I need my paycheck to come in direct deposit. More importantly, I'm glad that Miles Morales is that game that properly represents my culture. I don't really talk about my background since I'm born in New York City as a Puerto Rican, or a New York Rican as it's officially called, but to see it show up in a video game that I adore so much is spectacular. Representation matters, so seeing one of my favorite developers go above and beyond to deliver is one of my favorite things to happen last year. It's so exciting that people are starting their PlayStation 5 experience with such a solid title. Of course, if you're able to get a PlayStation 5. Honestly, you don't really need a PS5 right now, like there's nothing substantial that's out. Waiting for Ratchet & Clank and Final Fantasy VII Integrate is definitely the move, but Miles Morales is the perfect taste for what's to come in the future. Speaking of wait. Speaking of taste, yeah, this was the move. Let me know what you thought about the video in the comment section below. Be sure to leave a thumbs up. I want to see if we can get this video to maybe like 10 likes. I've got a lot planned and trust me, you're gonna want to be a part of it. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like... Oh, I spit rice all over my keyboard. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and stay awesome. So I recorded that part of me like getting food, right, like way back in like January. And I didn't want to get rid of it because that was mad work to go down the block and do all that. What month is it now? April. Jesus Christ. Regardless, make dope shit, and I'll see you next time. Outside of it being more... This is gonna be in post. I'm about to hate myself. Because I live in the loudest neighborhood on earth. Make sure to... Oh my god.